6 decades after the assassination of JFK, the findings of the Warren Commission report are still official doctrine, namely that Oswald fatally shot the president from the Texas Book Depository and that he acted alone. Skeptics, however, find the report difficult to accept, to say it politely. Here we explore 5 incredible aspects of the Warren Commission and its findings. Sincere thanks to all our new subscribers and viewers. We humbly ask that you give a thumbs up and share this, and that you please subscribe to keep high-quality content coming your way. Now back to the video. Number 1. Allen Dulles' appointment to the Commission. He was the CIA director whom Kennedy fired after the Bay of Pigs fiasco. In the embarrassing aftermath, Kennedy said he wanted to shatter the CIA into 1,000 pieces and scatter it to the winds. The appointment of Dulles makes assassination researchers think that having the ex-CIA director on the Commission placed him in a perfect position to manage a cover-up. Number 2, the rifle and the single bullet theory. The weapon found in the Book Depository building was an older Italian-made bolt-action rifle. A full cycle from firing the weapon and manipulating the bolt to make ready for the next shot required experienced riflemen 2.3 seconds at minimum. Witnesses said the shooting took place over 5 or 6 seconds. The Commission thus found that a maximum of 3 shots were fired. This conveniently matched the number of spent casings found near the rifle. One shot hit the curb near the limousine, missing the President and Governor Connolly entirely. The Commission concluded that one bullet followed this path, striking the President first, then the Governor's back, rib, wrist, and thigh. The bullet that did all this was supposedly found at the hospital after falling out of the Governor's body, lodging itself underneath a component of the stretcher, and later rolling out into view. The stretchers had been unguarded in a facility where many unauthorized individuals were present. This bullet was mostly intact and not misshapen, with little to no flattening. Test firings into goat flesh and a human cadaver wrist produced bullets that were much more flattened than Commission Exhibit 399, which became forever known to history as the magic bullet. Number 3, the paraffin test. When a gun is fired, traces of powder exit the weapon and enter the skin of the shooter. A chemical test for nitrate residue can show that a suspect fired a gun on the day of the test. A subject who has fired a rifle will have gunpowder nitrate residue on the cheek. Oswald was subjected to this testing shortly after his arrest. The tests on his hands were positive. His cheek was negative. False positive results may result from contact with paint and other everyday substances which also contain nitrate. The Book Depository employees handled freshly painted boards on the day of the assassination, which could have left nitrate residue on Oswald's hands. 3 days after the assassination, the New York Times reported that Oswald tested positive for nitrates on the hands and cheek, an incorrect statement. Number 4, test firings of the rifle for accuracy. The Commission hired 3 master marksmen and asked them to shoot targets under conditions similar to those Oswald faced under the lone gunman scenario. Using the alleged murder weapon, the experts were not able to hit the neck or head portion of the target even once, although it was alleged that Oswald did it twice. The test conditions were easier for the experts in that they shot from a height of 30 feet, while Oswald supposedly shot from 60 feet. Also, the experts used stationary targets, while Oswald fired at moving targets. Oswald's marksmanship records from the Marine Corps showed him to be an average shot at best. Number 5, key witness Lee Bowers and his unusual death. A railroad worker, Lee Bowers, had the best view to the rear of the legendary grassy knoll, the same knoll from which nearly 100 witnesses heard shots. He sat in a 14-foot tower and could see the entire area, including the fence in back of the knoll. He saw 2 men standing at the fence, men who were strangers to him, and who were facing the presidential motorcade. At this point, the Commission moved on to another line of questioning without asking Bowers what he had seen at the time of the shots. To author Mark Lane, he gave additional details. At the time of the shots, his attention was drawn to where the 2 men were, and he thought that something unusual, such as, quote, a flash of light or smoke had occurred there. A newspaper editor reported that Bowers received death threats after telling his story to the Warren Commission and Mark Lane. In 1966, Bowers died when his car ran off the highway and struck a concrete abutment.